Welcome to another episode of Cooking on the Fry. I am really excited to do this episode because I have in front of me a T-bone steak weighing approximately 28 ounces, which I obtained for just over $6. Now, check out your local steakhouse and see what they charge you to cook and prepare something like this for you. It's way more than that. The approach we are going to take to cooking is to sear it in the iron skillet and then put it in the oven. So the first thing I'm going to do is preheat my oven to 400 degrees. There we go. The first thing I'm going to do in preparing this beautiful T-bone is to put it in the microwave at 4 minutes at 20% and then flip it and then leave it for another 4 minutes at 20%. This will bring it much closer to room temperature than it is now, and that's important to have a steak at room temperature. And I just don't have the forward thinking ability to think 2 or 3 hours in advance to take this out and leave it somewhere in my apartment. So I'm doing this the fast way. I'm about 4 or 5 minutes away from needing my iron skillet ready for searing, so I just turned my burner to just above medium. My steak is now way closer to room temperature, and just for fun, I'm going to see just what its temperature is. Well, it's interesting because it's only at 55, but I think that's way warmer than when it came out of the fridge, and I think it's going to be okay. The oil I am using on my steak is Spectrum Organic Sunflower Oil with a smoke point of 460 degrees. For some quick and easy barbecue seasoning, I'm using this McCormick's Grill Mates barbecue seasoning. It really does help, and it takes no effort whatsoever to sprinkle some of this on. First, the oil. Now the seasoning. Oil on the other side. And seasoning. And now into my rather hot pan for 2 minutes on each side. And as you can see, my oven is preheated at 400. At the 2-minute point, let's flip it over. And that's just about what I wanted. And we set the timer for another 2 minutes. It's been another 2 minutes. We're done searing, but what I'm going to do, it takes a little practice, is do the sides briefly, if I possibly can safely do that. Even the bone a little bit. This takes a little practice. You might not want to do this your first time out. I'm still not very good at it, especially while holding a camera. Now I am going to put this in my preheated oven for 3 minutes Safety first. Okay, put down the camera and do this. Okay, we'll see you in 3 minutes. Okay, it's been 3 minutes. Let's take the temperature of this steak and see what it is. Thickest area. And what we have got is 128, 29, 31. Looking good. Try somewhere else. 36. Try closest to us. Even higher, it's out of here. I'm going to let it rest for 6 minutes. And just so you'll know, my target temperature was 130. I would love to get medium rare, but that's not always so easy. I would be very happy with medium. We'll find out what I got very soon. And if you don't have a boning knife, I highly recommend one. It will come in handy in a couple of minutes. This one is very inexpensive. I got it on Amazon, and it is invaluable when you have bones in your meat. The steak has rested for 6 minutes. Now I'm going to take my boning knife and cut along the bone, and then I'm going to cut horizontally and see what I got. Obviously, I cannot do this while I hold a camera. Now I've liberated a big hunk of meat from the bone, and I'm going to slice horizontally through it against the grain with my handy carving knife, which I'll show you. This is another extremely handy tool to have, which cost me very little money. This allows me to cut cleanly and horizontally through pieces of meat. Well, there's my dinner, and I have already tried a little bit, and it's really pretty good, considering it was a little over $6, and I don't think that would cover the sales tax and the tip at any steakhouse near me where I could get something like this. I'm going to go spend some quality time with this T-bone, and I'm very sure I will not be able to eat the whole thing. I will surely get probably a lunch or another dinner out of it. Until next time, remember, it's okay to fail if the meat was on sale. And practice makes perfect. Or at least as close to perfect as you need to be to have something good to eat. Bye.